Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about how to read the figures or the tables in an article, because that's the main important points are usually the we use figures or table to uh, represent or they give you the most important data in our research. So if you can understand those figures or the tables in a research paper, that's mean you actually grab most of the information you need to know. So let's see how we can do it. First thing is you need to know that any figure or a table that in a research paper, that's where you get the most information and the most valuable data of that research. It's really important to understand what they try to convey through these figures or the tables. So how we actually going to understand them? So there's a not a rule to understand figures or tables, and there are like variety of tables, figures that it's different from article to article or the research type, but there are some stuff that actually you can use for any type of figure or table. So I'm going to tell you how those small tips will help you to understand those figures and legends or the tables, because that's really not covered in even in your undergrads or the grad school, because uh, they believe that we supposed to know that we supposed to know how to do that. And these are the tips that I actually use, and it's actually works for me. So the first of all, go through all the figures and table in your research article, the specific article that you want to read, and then get a brief idea what they actually trying to do. Or like if you have read so many articles, research articles, you may have a kind of idea like what kind of experiment they have done to get these kind of results. So specifically, if you are working on a specific research subject or research area for a long time, you know, or if you see this figure, okay, this is what they have done, this kind of experiment should be done to get this kind of figures or the tables. It's fine even if you don't understand that. You can just go through all the figures and tables, and probably you will see some similarities between them, and you will understand for some extent what they're trying to say. And then it's you need to go through each figure or table and details and understand what they're trying to say. For example, start with the figure 1 and see the figure title at the beginning, and then specifically if there are a figure that you want to understand, you will see that's the main figure in that article. If you see like x and y axis in that figure, there are if it is a graph or something, and read through them and what are the units they're using, and if they're using a stain, if they're using any symbols, what they actually refer to. So those are the main thing you have to understand first. Then it's easier to actually read the figures. And sometimes there are some figures they actually read in the different directions, like you have to read from top to bottom and you have to read from left to right. Like there are some figures or some graph they actually can read from top to bottom and right to left, and like they have different directions. So you just need to know how to read different graphs. So the how you're going to find it out, usually they wrote that down in the figure legends, and then if you read the figure legend carefully, you will understand how you need to read those graphs or the figures. Sometimes you will have to find where they wrote the symbols are, the units or the scales. For example, if they're using a microscope image or something, stain cells or something like that, they usually put a scale bar with the image, that the recommended method to do. So you have to figure out the scale bar and to see how magnified the or their images are. And for example, if you're looking at cells, you need to find out what kind of stain they're using, and then figure it out why they're using that stain, which type of cells they are going to actually stain. So then it's easier to understand what they're trying to convey through these figures. And usually they have like a 2-3 images that saying, okay, this is for the control cell lines and this is for the treatment cell lines. So you can just compare the results and see the staining pattern and scale bars. And sometimes they have like areas they actually circled. Now you can actually focus more onto that area and see what are the differences. So, and if you see them by yourself, that's good. If you don't see much, then it's fine, and go through the results section. And usually if you have like more than 1 to 3 figures, they are in the results section, they actually mention, okay, figure 2, these are the stuff and these are the cells that I'm staining, and I see a significantly difference between treatment and control cell lines, like that. If you can figure out where that they mention figure 2 and the result section, usually below that they have mentioned all about their results, not all about, but main points of their results. So that's another way you can understand your results. And usually what I noted is, it's difficult to understand figures if you don't know what they are referring, or what kind of stain they're using, what kind of method they're using, and if I'm not reading correctly their values or the units and the x and y axis. Sometimes you feel like I know that, but sometimes they change the axis or the units, and then it's completely different story. So pay attention to that too. And the second thing is the tables. Usually they have tables to put complex information like different categories, so you can actually go through each category and see what are the differences and compare each group, like that kind of stuff. So that's why usually we use tables. So it could be a different purpose, but usually it's like that. And I forgot to tell you, there's when you read the figures and like graphs, if it is a standard research paper, they usually have the statistical analysis. That means they have already checked whether they are significantly different to the treatment, significantly different between their groups, or the whatever the method they are using. They are comparing it, so you have to figure it out whether they have used any kind of statistical analysis. It's better if you have any idea what kind of method they are using to do the analysis, and see whether it's significantly different. Because if it is significantly different, then it's easier to come into the conclusion, and we can actually say, okay, there's an impact whatever the method they're using. So that's some of the tips that I'm using to read the article. You don't need to read the whole article to understand what they really did. Sometimes you just need to understand their figures, the abstract or something. Like you don't need to read the whole thing to understand what they actually did, but before coming to that point, you need to be practiced for a long time. Then if you thoroughly know your research area, that'll be easier to understand more and more. Hope you enjoy my video. See you in the next one, and please make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video.